The common mistakes that people make that are tribal affiliation connected when being stopped by a police officer. The first thing they do is they show their driver's license. Their driver's license is state owned property, and it gives them the permission to oversee you when you don't know your rights. If you're in Indian Territory, you should allow the officer know that they need to contact whatever the area, tribe, lands that you may be traveling on or through to make an intervention, because jurisdiction matters when it comes to tribal relationships and communication with the city and state police officers. All of us have federal rights. Just like they have federal rights, we have federal rights. But if we don't exercise them properly, we get mishandled. We get mishandled in the city and state level because we don't know how to go about doing it the right way. Normally, what occurs when you make bloopers, because I've been in this situation before, being followed by state troopers illegally, not lawfully, illegally, and pulled over in Oklahoma. They let go after they contacted Oklahoma. I have never committed a crime. No one in the vehicle had never committed a crime. But false reports was given by family members that that had illegal intentions, bad intentions, and no different than regular people. Even regular people with false intentions, they documented falsely documents. And so Oklahoma did not do, once we crossed the state line, they did not verify the warrant, the facts, if it was true. So what they did is illegally took in a Native American into custody at the city facility police station jail. Then we had to think quick, because this is where we go into sovereignty. See, there's people out here saying that if they're sovereign or they under different titles or trying to claim their own status, not under anyone, but or not under the United States. They don't want to fly on the United States. They're applying somewhat federal laws, but they don't have the knowledge or understanding that they missed a couple of steps. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking people that are automatically registered and they don't know their rights. Because a lot of people will use wrong terminology, applying to the wrong type of nationality people, and try to apply it to their status. It does not work for everyone's status. If you are enrolled to any affiliated tribe, I don't care what tribe it is, it's more than 5 tribes, it can be any tribe, and you're traveling inside of a Indian territory, and a state trooper or regular police officer in the city or town, doesn't make a difference what it is, decides to pull you over, you should stay calm and identify, hey, I am part of affiliation with this tribe. Some will ask for your tribal membership card and ID to verify it, but they're not to keep your identification. Only time I believe that fluke happened is when you give them your state ID, then they try to override and hide the fact that you're indigenous. So what you should do, always identify yourself as being affiliated with a tribe. And then what they would do is contact the area tribe, whether if it's the tribal, whatever area, it doesn't have to be your tribe. This is nationwide for the United States. They will contact. So even though I may be Creek, if I'm in Choctaw, Chickasaw Nation tribal line, it doesn't make a difference who it is. They're to contact them. They will do the verify to verify if you are an indigenous enrolled member, because all of them interchange communicate. Once they have your roll number or your CDIB, which is the most important, the CDIB is more important than the citizenship card, believe it or not, because the CDIB identifies you being recognized under the federal level. But the citizen card actually identify you part of a Pacific tribe. Both of them do, but one is dealing with the federal and one is dealing with the tribe. And so in that situation, they asked for, after the fact, they asked for the cards. When we called every area, the area tribe that was in that jurisdiction, they told them that they have to release the person because they have violated. It was under false claims and false lies, and he was kidnapped. Being kidnapped happens a lot. And what happens is people have wrong intentions. And so he was kidnapped. When they found out that he was a member, they knew that there was a lawsuit by itself. They knew that it was a problem. It's a federal problem. It's illegal. It's a mishandling of law. It's overstepping the boundaries of your power. It's violating all type of laws. Because you have rights. And so the person was released out of jail. But the officers was in fear because they knew they have effed up completely. So that mistake is because in the beginning we didn't identify and say, hey, we indigenous, or we're part of blah, blah, blah tribe. We didn't specify. And so the officer thought that they was doing right. No matter what we said, it didn't make a difference. The officer was still determined to incarcerate this person on false claims. I made a document on a Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. Well, on a Sunday. And it was signed illegal into a judge claiming that it was, what is it called? Escape, when you're escaping, I can't even think of the name of it, but it's called escaping, like you escape from the jail or something like that, or halfway house. And this person never had been on any type of probation or anything. And so the false report that was given by a private investigator based on a relationship that he was messing with a woman that was doing fraudulent things, and that person entered a case that was in a totally different city from where the individual was from. They used the old case that was no billed and made it become active illegally, and tried to get this person incarcerated for this person to serve time for another person that actually escaped parole without letting people know that he escaped parole. He had everybody under the impression that he was free. So what had happened is, once they found out that there was no record and they did fact finding, and the tribe did research, that tribe said you need to release him because he is a Native American. He's a enrolled member. They knew that there was grounds for a lawsuit. So talking to lawyers, they knew that they had overstepped their boundaries, listening to Texas crooked state trooper. Not all of them are crooked, but this particular one is. And but my thing is, you ain't got caught now, but one day you're going to get caught. You got to pay the piper for the wrong you did. But to prevent stuff like this, you have to properly identify yourself. You can't assume that they're going to do the right thing all the time. Sometimes you will get officers that don't have the education to know how to do things. But you still remain calm. You still remain calm and you comply, but you also record discreetly, not aggressively, like most videos those we see. They dispute. They be video recording aggressively and talking trash at the same time, a lot of times. And you hear the term that they traveling, little saying. That doesn't apply to everybody. You know, it's different ways. Some people get confused. If a person say they're indigenous, it doesn't apply under that. That's some other kind of sovereignty that they got going on. By law, just being enrolled is what makes you under the sovereignty laws for federal in your tribe. Because the tribe is sovereign, and the federal is sovereign, and the state in the city, the state is sovereign. So those are three different things. But what happens a lot is people don't know how to react. They get nervous because sometimes the officers are aggressive, sometimes the people are aggressive, and things usually go south because people get arrogant and cocky without knowing that they're getting cocky. And then sometimes they're kind and sweet, and you just get one of those officers that had a bad day, or just ignorant, or just have whatever intentions, bad intentions anyway as an officer. That occurs. But I wanted to clarify this, is what you say, how you react, is how things done. So we did not know, and so now we know. And then talking to a lawyer after being wrongfully done, they even confirmed that the officer's wrong, and the lawyer in that town made calls and told them that, hey, y'all have to release them. That's incorrect information. That's fraudulent claims of fake fraudulent warrant. Things like that occurred because sometimes people with money or people that screwing other folks, people in power, do things illegal and just because to save somebody else. So say somebody else ask. Let me say that word, ask. And so I just want to bring this, even if it's just a speeding ticket, I don't care what it is. If you're in that territory, they supposed to contact the tribe that dealing with that. Normally, like in Oklahoma, it's called light horse, or if they can't, they call the actual tribe lions for things. They have departments for that. They have their own legal team and legal system in every tribe. But a lot of times, even out of the territory, people don't want to, or some officers don't want to deal with it, or they try to discourage you to identify yourself as it. It's not to say that you're going to get the same treatment. It's not a treatment. It's making sure they're in compliance in everything that they do. Now, if you kill somebody or you did something, we're not talking about on those lines. Now, even though if someone has done that, even in that prison system, they have things for indigenous people, but you have to have your citizenship card or your CDIB card to identify when they're incarcerated. If not, they're in the count. They're calculated under whatever nationality other than who they are. They have a whole total different program. A lot of people don't know that. They have a whole total different program to make sure that indigenous people is not overly done, and there's a federal protection even when they have done crimes. They do have a system within the prison system to help and assist Native American people. Now, that's what I want to discuss because I hear a lot of questions and there never be the right answers when it's dealing with getting stopped by an officer for a traffic stop or being mishandled legally, unlawful, but you have to get a legal lawyer. And a lot of times people don't have lawyers like that, but you can always get a consultation lawyer, whatever town that if you get caught up, you're gonna have to find a lawyer that can act on your behalf or pay a little consultation fee to get advice, or they be able to make calls for you or be able to assist you for that short term until you get everything under control. And other than that,